this task we're doing task 4, Contagion Collisions. So we're going to use some collision detection on this one. So we're going to start off by loading the file for Contagion. So when it loads up in Scratch, maximise your screen. So what we've got this time, we've got two sprites, one called Carrier and one called Sprite 2. The Carrier sprite is red, Sprite 2 starts off as green, but Sprite 2 also has two costumes. If you see down here, look, we can see that that will change. What we're going to build here is a simulator that simulates the Carrier is somebody who's got a cold or flu or something like that. Each of these represents people, and the stage is going to be a space that people are moving around in. So it could be a classroom, it could be a gym or something like that. If the Carrier gets close enough to touch the other person, they will infect them. So they will pass their cold onto the other people there. So let's go back to our instructions. So it's saying click on the Carrier sprite and build this program. So we're going to start there then. On the Carrier, when the flag is clicked, so we're going to switch to the costume. So that's in looks, and we're going to switch to costume 2. Now we don't just want it going side to side, we want it different each time. So we're going to go to motion and we're going to say point in direction, but we don't want any of these. What we want, we're going to use a random number. So our coordinates from -180 to 180 should make it go in different directions. So we're going to go to operators, we're going to go to pick random, click in the first box, type in -180, click in the second box, type in 180. Get hold of this and drop it into there. So that means every time we run the program, it's going to point in a different direction. You can see here there's a little stick showing the direction of it. Every time I double click on that program, it points in a different direction. So it means each time we run this, we don't know where it's going to set off to. And then we're just going to use our usual forever loop for movement. So let's go back to motion, and we're going to get our move 10 steps and change that to 5 steps. We're going to get our if on edge bounce, then we're going to go to control, get our forever loop, put those inside and put it on here. So at this point we need to test that this red dot is moving. So it kind of went that way and up that time. Let's stop it and run again. So we get a different direction. Let's run it again. Let's run it again. Run it again, and so on. And we know that when it gets to the edge, it is bouncing. So all that's working. So at that point, save your program. So in Scratch, we're going to go File, Save. Okay, if you've not done this yet, pause the video, go and do that, get caught up, and then come back. So as I explained before, each sprite has got two costumes. So what we're going to do now then is go on to Sprite 2, and that's going to start off with costume 1, which is the green one. So when the flag is clicked, in looks, switch to costume 1. So we now need to make that one point in a random direction, move 5 steps forever, and bounce if it reaches the edge of the stage. So look at exactly what you did on this one, and basically do the same on the green one there. Okay, so pause your video, go and do that and come back. Finally then, we're going to get this program. So you're going to build this program because every time the green sprite touches red, which is our Carrier, it's going to then switch them to costume 2, so they become red. Okay, so that each time we do this, then more and more of them, more and more people would be getting infected. Once you've done that and you've checked everything's moving, over here on Sprite 2, then you're going to right click and duplicate. Then we're going to duplicate Sprite 3 and so on until you get to Sprite 20. Which it says there. Test the program, so when the red one collides, these should start changing colour, and then make sure that you save it.